Hey there, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be your first half of April 1st to the 15th general reading. I did already start shuffling. I have a couple more shuffles to go. While I shuffle, this is a general reading. I'm going to be connecting to many energies out there. So if something doesn't resonate for you, it is meant for somebody else. So please, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest behind for them. I have one more shuffle I'm feeling. Let's do one more. Now, also don't forget to hit the subscribe and the bell. I posted Metaphysical Monday. The last one as of filming this is about smudging. So different methods you can use to smudge, clear the energy in a room off of your aura, your body, your crystals, your belongings, something that somebody gives to you that kind of gives you a bad feeling. You can smudge that too. So definitely check out, I have the whole playlist linked in the description box below. I'm done shuffling. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Let's focus. There we go. The High Priestess. Okay, so the High Priestess for me is all about balancing your intuition with your physical reality. Embracing your own identity. Those words didn't come from my brain. So they stuttered a little bit. I'm so sorry. But yes, balancing your intuitive side, balancing your higher self with your physical self, owning your shit. There, I said it. Okay. What else do we have for Pisces? I hope everyone had a good birthday season. Happy belated birthday. What do we have for Pisces? So I feel like somebody, before I get another card, I feel like I need to stop and say somebody's working on their intuition around here. I know I'm always working on it, but I feel like I'm connecting to somebody specific that is working on that balance. You already have, you already know about your intuition. You already are kind of touching base with your higher self, but maybe you're working on kind of coming out of that, not coming out of, like, I'm getting a visualization of like coming out of a room, like a birth. You're walking from one room to another room. There's a doorway that I feel is there, and you're kind of walking through that doorway. So there's somebody specific that is connecting with that, and I just was drawn to the butterfly right there. So kind of a metamorphosis. Can you see the butterfly? Oh, okay. There's a butterfly there, and it's beautiful. And for some reason, I was just taken to see that. Somebody is moving from one room to another. You are going from a caterpillar to a butterfly. There is somebody that is doing a wonderful job of that. So my hat's off to you. Okay, now let's get some cards for Pisces. Ooh, I just want to shuffle. Then we're not going to shuffle right now. 8 of Cauldrons. All right. So somebody is really wanting to work on their emotional side. Maybe they're having some bad feelings, and they're working out how to. This is my emotional baggage. I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to take this and I'm going to work on that. So somebody is already working on fixing some emotional baggages there. And I feel like maybe that's what ultimately leads you out of that room and into another. 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords. Okay, so we have some thought patterns too that you're feeling like this is not like having bad thoughts. This is just feeling bad. This is a good place to be with your thoughts. You are feeling like you, knowledge-wise, you're in a good place. You maybe are, graduating from something. You're in a good place mentally, knowledge-wise, communications. You're communicating effectively. You feel you're good in that arena. You are confident that your communication skills and your knowledge that you're bringing in, your ideas, they're good. You're good with that. You're stable with that. So you know, because you're stable with those thoughts, because you're feeling good about where you're at mentally, that leads you to know that emotionally it's kind of not matching up. Emotionally it's not a match. So you know that you know that you know, but do you feel? So I feel like that's what that's that balance we're trying to seek for everyone else. That I know I had a strong connection when I first pulled this card, but I feel like for everyone else, that's that balance you're seeking. We have some people, some Pisces that are trying to balance their emotional side. Maybe it has to do with coming out of Mercury retrograde and you were kind of like thrown off kilter. I feel like I'm also a water sign, and I feel like I felt marvelous during retrograde. I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a good place spiritually, and I didn't really have anything come up that needed to be worked through. And if Mercury retrograde is all about, like bringing to light things that you need to fix. So maybe that's what kind of caused this. You're coming out of the Mercury retrograde phase, and now you know what you need to work on, and you have figured out that this is what you need to work on. You need to work on your emotional side, your thoughts, your ideas. You're good mentally, but emotionally you you need to work on that. So I feel like that's the balance. We're trying to balance head and heart, because your head is good, but you want to bring your heart to that space so you can feel as well as know. So there's our balance. All right, let's see, what else can we get for Pisces? The Justice card. Justice. Okay. I feel like you're going to get there. You're working on it. You know you need to work on it, so you are working on it. You're going to take a path, and drawn to the staircase here. You're going to take a path that leads ultimately to what you know you deserve. It's kind of a reaping what you sow. You're going to put in the work and you're going to get there. And I feel like this is just kind of like a confirmation you're going to make it. When you get to the top of that stair, do you see that? Okay, there we go. When you get to the top of that stair, there's just like those rays of light. You're gonna get there. That balance that you seek. Again, balance. Look at his hands there. We have the scales. So that balance. This is a very balancing reading. Maybe you need to go get your chakras balanced. Maybe do find some chakra meditations. I know there's a lot of good ones out there. I usually will just start at my root chakra, visualize it spinning, and then just move up through the chakras. But find a good guided meditation to help you work through chakras. Maybe you need some heart chakra work there. But I feel like that path, and I'm kind of feeling like, root chakra, then we have moving up in the chakras, moving up in the staircase. I feel like that's kind of, and then ultimately we have enlightenment. Literally, it's rays of light. You're going to feel enlightened once you get all of that balance taken care of. So we have a lot of balance going on for Pisces. Coming out of that retrograde, man. Sometimes people just need to rebalance. Okay, we just got a jumper. What just jumped out? Ooh. Temptation. Temptation is the Devil card. That's my Devil card. I'm not sure if it actually equates to the Devil card in the traditional decks. And I don't care because I'm the intuitive here. The Temptation card. So there's, I feel like maybe it's not temptation as in, I'm getting a wolf in sheep's clothing. I don't feel like you're tempted to do something or you're tempted in a situation. I feel like you don't know. There's something that's being hidden from you. There's not necessarily a temptation from you, but the way it's making me feel is that there's something you don't know about. Something needs to be uncovered. I'm feeling a wolf in sheep's clothing. There's something going on that that you really just kind of have no clue. Not to be mean. I don't want that to sound mean, but I keep like my arms are itchy all of a sudden. It's uncomfortable, that wolf in sheep's clothing. It's uncomfortable for them to be the wolf in sheep's clothing. I don't feel like it's you though. I feel like it's something that's hidden from you, something that you don't know about is going on here, and maybe that's what this emotional issue is that you're having, that you're feeling isn't quite right. Maybe this emotional baggage situation that you're trying to fix. I feel like maybe you feel off emotionally, but I'm really hearing trust it. Trust your intuition. You're feeling off is not necessarily something that you need to fix. I'm just getting the feeling that there's something going on and you don't feel right about a situation, and you're right. Trust it. I'm getting trusted. There's a wolf in sheep's clothing, and I'm getting trusted. Trust your intuition. This not feeling right, this emotional weirdness that you've been having, maybe it isn't Mercury retrograde. Maybe there's something being hidden from you. Let's see. What else can we get on this temptation card? Oh. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, Knight of Pentacles reversed. So I feel like this is just a standstill. There's maybe even a person, that has come in, like you have a squatter. I feel like you have a squatter. Somebody came in, and now they're not leaving. Like they came in and they're just there. They're not really, there's no movement. Like maybe they were, you had somebody that was going to stay with you for a little while they looked for a job, but they're not really trying to find a job. Something like that is the feeling I'm getting. Maybe that was the plan all along, was not really to be a short stay, but I feel like maybe that's what's going on. And I feel like maybe your gut feeling and you're struggling with your emotionally, like you care about this person, you don't want to see them struggle, but you also don't want to be the person that's just like, okay, it's time to go. You've been here a long time. I just feel like you have a squatter, and maybe it's not physically in your home, like somebody moved in to stay for a little bit, but maybe somebody in your life that maybe you weren't expecting to come into your life, and maybe you were happy that they were there at first, and now you're kind of uncomfortable, and it's just kind of like, okay, when is this weirdness going to go away? Yeah, I feel like something's going on there. Something's going on there, Pisces. Let's see. What else can we get about this temptation? Seven of Swords. Yeah. Something's going on there. I feel like maybe they're stealing from you, or maybe you suspect that they're stealing from you. Something's not right. There's something not right going on, and your gut feeling is absolutely something that you should be paying attention to. What else? I feel like that's a confirmation. What else do we have for Pisces? The Lover's card. Okay. The Lover's card. Okay, so I feel like we have a lot of majors in here. I'm just noticing. I noticed because the Lovers and the Temptation are very similar in energy to me. But then here's that's not a wolf, is it? But there's that deceit underneath it all in this one. And then we have like the snake over here. There's a snake in the grass, a wolf in sheep's clothing. The metaphors could go on and on, but I feel like they're similar. So I feel like this energy, maybe you wanted it to be this energy, but you know it's not. But I feel like, I don't feel like that is 100%. I don't think that's what it is. I think maybe this is, okay, advice. Advice for Pisces. Ace of Cauldron. Okay. Ace of Cauldrons right after the Lovers. These are basically the same card. There is a new love, a new emotional state on the horizon. So you're going to figure this crap out. You're going to figure this crap out. Whoever this wolf in sheep's clothing is, whoever's, you know, deceiving you in some way or taking what's not theirs, whoever that is leads to here. And I think it starts with trusting your intuition and getting rid of that squatter in your life. Whether they're actually in your home or just, you know, somebody that's in your life that you're like, okay, can you please go now? Move on. It's time to move on. Find your own little, find another person to cling on to or whatever. I'm done feeding you energy vampire. Time to move on. Once that it clears the way. See the stairs, that path I was talking about before. I feel like it leads here. Once you clear that, once you get that balance between head and heart, and you come to a place where you're like, okay, I know who you really are. The situation becomes more clear to you, and you release this squatter from your life. I feel like that's when you begin to see the flow. That's when you begin to see the flow. Like, I feel like this is definitely a Pisces representation here. All that flowy water. Once you release that energy, that wolf in sheep's clothing, it may not even be a person, but I think it is. I think it's a person. If it's not a person for you, it might just be a situation, something that came into your life that isn't really supposed to be there. It came there to kind of, it's an exercise in how to get rid of unwanted energies, peoples, and energy vampires, I guess. Combination of energies and peoples, I guess. I feel like something came into your life that you're just kind of like, meh, I don't really like this anymore. It doesn't feel right. Ooh, knocked the camera. It doesn't feel right. So whatever it is that's not feeling right, trust your intuition. That's what your emotions are trying to tell you. Something isn't right here. Once you clear that, you have this path to this. And whether that is an actual love interest, it can just be, you know, once you reach that balance, you've got your peace with yourself, and knowing that you loved yourself enough to take care of a situation that wasn't serving you. And to release somebody from your life that you didn't want there anymore. So if that is you, just do it. But if you might, I feel like there might be a couple people there might be some options here on who this could be or what situation this could be. I feel like you'll find it. And once you do, I feel like you're going to have to work on that emotional, figuring out what's causing, paying attention to the triggers when you're feeling that emotional weirdness, paying attention to that, listening to your intuition, trusting what your gut is trying to tell you. And once you get to that place where you're trusting your gut and knowing what situation is that you need to release, then you're going to go here. That's where we're headed. I love it, Pisces. Great energy from this reading. We do have a lot of major arcana, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 majors in here. So I see definitely some spiritual evolution going on for you right now, in the beginning of April. Very, very proud of you, and I'm very happy for you. So please please just take note. There's a shift going on in your life. So when you're not feeling right about something, there's a reason for it, and you're shifting. And so when something feels off to you, something is off, and you need to look at what that is. And I feel like you will do that. And once you do, you're headed here. We have new love of self, possibly even a new love interest. So very good reading. I'm happy to be here with you today, Pisces. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can get notified when we post the next second half of April reading, and also for Metaphysical Mondays. So thank you again so much for being here. And as always, have a blessed day.